You know, right beneath the shimmering surface of our oceans, there's a world that we were never, ever meant to see. It is a realm where light just dies, where the rules of life get completely rewritten and the creatures you find there are stranger than anything you could possibly imagine. So today, we're going down. We're going to descend right into that world.
Okay, so let's start with a number that might just blow your mind. We have explored less than 5% of our own planet's deep sea. That's it. Think about that. A tiny, tiny fraction of the largest habitat on Earth is still a complete and total mystery to us.
And this really puts it all into perspective, doesn't it? We have sent rovers to Mars. We have mapped distant galaxies in breathtaking detail. And yet, the vast majority of our own ocean floor is less understood than the surface of the freaking moon. Our planet's greatest secrets? They're not out there in space. They are right here, just waiting for us.
All right, our descent begins now. We are leaving that sunlit world far behind us and entering the very first layer of darkness. Welcome to the Twilight Zone. This is where the last few rays of sunlight fade away, and the very definition of what it means to be alive starts to change.
So let's just check our mission dashboard here. We are somewhere between 200 and 1,000 meters deep. The sunlight is fading out fast, and the key challenge for pretty much everything living down here is simple, but it is profound. How on earth do you survive in a world of perpetual gloom?
Well, with no sunlight, you get no plants. So, what does anything eat? The answer actually drifts down from above, in this constant, slow-motion blizzard that scientists call marine snow. And for the creatures here, this shower of tiny organic particles, it isn't just snow. It's everything. It's life itself.
In this world of shadows, life basically has two main playbooks for survival. The first one? Just vanish, become invisible. Creatures like the ghostly glass squid have evolved to be almost completely transparent. But the second strategy is way more radical. Forget hiding from the light and just make your own.
And this leads us to one of the most brilliant, most counterintuitive tricks in all of nature: counter-illumination. It's a completely mind-bending strategy, right? You'd think making light would just paint a giant target on your back. But down here, in the gloom, creatures actually use light to become invisible.
So how in the world does that work? Okay, picture this. You're a predator, and you're looking up from the deep. You'd expect to see the dark shape, the silhouette of your prey against that dim light from the surface. But then, a creature like the firefly squid just flips the script. It turns on these tiny little lights on its belly, perfectly matching the glow from above, and in doing so, it erases its own shadow. It just vanishes.
But the Twilight Zone isn't just about clever individual survival tricks. No, it's home to a nightly spectacle on a scale that is almost impossible to imagine. We're talking about an event that involves not millions, but billions of animals.
It's called the dire vertical migration. And what it is that every single night, billions with a B of lanternfish and squid and jellies, they all rise from the depths to feed near the surface. And then they sink all the way back down at dawn. This movement is so massive, so unbelievably huge, that during World War II, sonar operators kept mistaking it for a false seabed. They thought the bottom of the ocean was moving, but they were actually detecting life, an entire invisible world moving as one.
Okay, now we go deeper. We're passing that 1,000-meter mark. All sunlight is officially gone. We have now entered the midnight zone, a realm of total darkness, absolutely crushing pressure, and, yeah, freezing temperatures. Our mission dashboard confirms it. Zero sunlight. The main challenge now is just navigating a world of endless night, where the pressure is hundreds of times greater than at the surface. And it is right here that evolution gets truly, truly creative. In total darkness, the evolutionary arms race just goes into overdrive. I mean, take the dragonfish. It's developed its own private searchlight. It actually produces and sees red light, a wavelength that is invisible to almost every other creature down there. It's like having night vision goggles that no one else can even detect. And then on the other end of the spectrum, you have fish that have perfected the ultimate stealth cloak, ultra-black skin that absorbs over 99.5% of all light, making them a literal black hole in the water. And then there is the anglerfish. Now, everyone knows it for that glowing lure it dangles to attract prey. But I'm telling you, its hunting method is probably the least strange thing about it. No, its reproductive strategy, that is where things get really, really bizarre.
So what's so fascinating is this extreme difference between the sexes. The female,
She is a massive, formidable hunter. The male, on the other hand, is tiny. He's helpless. His one and only purpose in his entire life is to find a female. And when he does, he bites onto her and then he fuses his entire body to hers. His organs wither away until he becomes little more than a permanently attached source of sperm nourished directly by her blood. It's just wild.
Okay, our journey is taking us deeper still. We're now past 4,000 meters. We are descending to the bottom of the world, the vast empty plains of the abyss, and the even deeper, even darker Hadal trenches. Let's check that dashboard one last time. We are in the deepest parts of the ocean. The pressure here can be over 1,000 times what it is at the surface. I mean, just try to wrap your head around that. And food is incredibly scarce. This is, without a doubt, one of the most hostile environments on planet Earth.
And yet, life finds a way. And it does something really strange down here. Against all logic, many creatures actually grow to enormous sizes. We find giant isopods the size of small dogs, amphipods longer than a human hand. This phenomenon is called deep-sea gigantism, and honestly, scientists still don't have a solid explanation for why it even happens.
Now, in this vast, empty desert, a single stroke of luck from above can change everything. When a whale dies and its massive body sinks all the way to the seafloor, it becomes a jackpot, a lottery win of food. This whale fall, as it's called, creates an entire oasis, an ecosystem of scavengers and bone-eating worms that can thrive on this one single event for decades.
And to really truly grasp the scale of these depths, just consider this for a moment. If you were to take Mount Everest and place it in the Mariana Trench, the deepest point on Earth, its summit would still be covered by more than a mile of water. That's how deep we're talking.
You know, as we wrap up our journey here, it becomes pretty clear that every single discovery we make in the deep sea only seems to open the door to even more profound mysteries. We are left with so many more questions than answers.
Which brings us back to that puzzle of deep-sea gigantism. I mean, really, in a world with so little food, why would evolution ever favor enormous size? Is it for energy efficiency? Is it for defense? It really does remain one of the great unanswered questions of deep-sea biology.
And then there's the whole paradox of light. Nearly 3/4 of all deep-sea life is bioluminescent. So why? Why invest so much energy to create light in a world that is defined by its absolute darkness? We see it used for hunting, for mating, for camouflage, but we also see it used for things we're just starting to figure out, like startling a predator with a flash bomb of light. It's an entire chemical language being spoken in the dark, and we have only just learned the first few words.
The deep ocean is just this incredible reminder that we live on a planet we barely know. It's a world of endless night, of impossible creatures, and it's holding secrets that challenge our very understanding of life itself. And you know what the most exciting part is? They are still down there, right now, just waiting to be discovered.